me.
But yeah, one of the last things I wanted to talk to you guys about was Cyberpunk. You know, it's they're gold. They're getting ready to release. Like
They
it's
have a
coming
version
out.
ready.
Yeah,
It's
it's
printed.
literally coming out.
Yeah.
You know, when all the consoles drop, so it's ready to go. And they gave us another Night City Wire or whatever, City Night Wire or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But they were showcasing all their cars and stuff like that. So I mean, what do you guys think of their cars, their bikes? You know, how everything was looking with the gameplay.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5.
For
Like
sure.
almost like really a copy in a sense, like the different classes of cars. Like I was
The
just
fact that
thinking,
you could steal a car if you
yeah,
didn't
you
wanna
can steal
buy
the car.
it and
It's
keep it.
yeah, it was so similar, and you can buy it, and now you have it in your garage. You know,
Mhm.
so it just screamed Grand Theft Auto. Although I will admit, one thing they did do better, I think, than Grand Theft Auto was when you go into the cab, there's lots going on, man. Like
Mhm.
it's very intricate. There's lots to see inside the cab of the car.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. They put a lot of extra little detail there that I appreciate. So just that bodes well for the game, I think, just in general. You can see where their head's at. Like this is getting close to, like Last of Us level detail. Like they're really taking it serious, with the detail on this game. So that I really liked. That was intriguing to me. You can't really tell because you're watching someone drive, you can't tell how well the driving feels.
Mhm.
I know that the last time we had someone who actually, like a journalist, play the game, they were really upset with how the driving felt. It was very
But it was also a little
touchy.
early though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
and it was early. It was very touchy. It was almost undrivable. Like they were really complaining a lot about how the driving felt. I'm sure they've done more work on that, but
I'm-
we don't know.
Yeah, I mean they were sitting there trying to sell us, like, I mean, you guys saw the video, right? They were trying to sell us that they were on the racetrack with these cars, with a professional racer, like drifting and
Right.
sliding around and stuff like that with these cars.
And racing doesn't interest me. I mean, it just doesn't. I mean, I don't
Well,
really
you're gonna be running from
care.
the cops, right? So
Yeah,
it's gonna be
that's
kinda
kind of like a
racing
race, but
bit.
like, oh, I can jump into a race mode. That's whatever to me,
Yeah. So for me, the cars look fantastic. I
Mhm.
love the classifications that they were
Mhm.
presenting to us. Like one that stood out to me was the economy car. I
That's
think it was called the
hilarious,
economy.
man.
I think
The
they
piece
should've-
of crap ones, right?
The
They should've called it
Mikage,
the beater,
the
the
Mikage,
junkers, the
yeah,
clunkers.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
cool, man.
So that was really cool because I like how he was going upstairs. He was going like
You can go in places you can't go normally. Yeah,
So it's like a trade off. Like you got this Jane car, but it might be useful in a particular situation.
yeah. You can go inside the building maybe with it, right? Yeah.
And I like the big trucks, just crashing into things.
I like the cyber car or whatever, the one that was like fast and armored on the street.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I forgot.
That
the
was
name of
cool.
one.
Yeah, that was
But
dope.
I liked how like each car had a particular purpose.
Yeah,
So
true.
it'll give you an incentive to try different cars.
Mhm.
Because normally you just want the fastest, the cleanest car.
Mhm.
But this, it's like, all right, well, I need my pros and cons.
I need some armor here.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
some armor. I need to be nimble, or
Yeah.
I need to be
small.
I need a
Mhm.
motorcycle. The motorcycle look cool too. So I like the varying vehicles. I think they did a great job with that. To respond to how the car felt, I mean, I hope some cars do legit are a little more touchy. Like, let's say
The
some-
economy or something,
yeah.
less handling. Yeah.
I think there should be a correlation of how rare it is, how much it costs, to how it feels. So hopefully that's in the game. If not, that's not a deal breaker. But going back to how like the inside of the cars looked, I like how they're all different, unique.
Mhm.
That was-
Every car.
every car.
It's not
has-
like the economies had the same dash. Every economy
car
in
was
that
different.
class had a different, inside
So-
look.
So they didn't spare any time. They really took their time to design each car. And I think we'll
Mhm.
really, when we experience each car, we'll be able to see, to feel that. So that's really cool. I hope the music and the stations, like Grand Theft Auto, I was like
Mhm.
going through.
Me too, dude.
So I hope there's
Yeah.
some cool stations in there.
Yeah.
But it really got me excited for the game, and it looked really good. So
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not a third person perspective on that game, right? There isn't one, is there?
I don't think so. The
Okay.
gameplay, fighting and stuff.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's
just
first person.
like playing the whole game. Yeah, because I feel like trying to compare it to Grand Theft Auto's first person wouldn't be quite fair because they've built it around a first person perspective when Grand Theft Auto was built around a third person perspective, but they added a first person. So like the detail should be way higher.
Well,
because there isn't that third
that's
person
true, but I
look.
just don't think that I even when I'm driving, I don't see myself spending time in the cab. It's harder to drive that way. Like it's just naturally harder to drive inside the cab. I've never liked it. Like whenever a game does it, even like the Sims, the racing Sims, I
Yeah.
always do the outside look. It's so much more easier. You see so much more.
Yeah,
it's
because
so
you
much
have
more
a bigger,
easier.
perspective.
Yeah,
a
you
larger
can see
perspective.
more.
Yeah.
Like so, I don't see myself really going into the first person mode, even in driving. I see myself always doing the third person mode. But that they took the time to make the unusual, rarely played first person driving experience really neat by having all the stuff to look at. I just thought was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping that I can customize like largely like all the cars. I know that they did say that there would be some customization, and certain paint jobs I believe would be accessible if you purchased it as opposed to just stealing it or something like that on the road. But I kind of want to take my economy beater and juice that sucker up so that I can use that for all my crimes, and then when I'm just chilling, rolling through, I can grab the nice whips and pull
All
up
my
and be
crimes.
like, "Was good," you know what I mean? And hop out in my suit, you know what I mean, and go
Was
do it,
good.
go bum rush somebody. But I want to hot rod charge my economy car, so it's like
You wanna
all
make
beat
them
up on the
sneakers.
outside, but that sucker will dust any cop car that comes near me. You know what I mean?
I love you, me.